The live is about to start. Yes, friends, the live has started. Hello, friends. Hello, good evening. Welcome to CAclass.live. This is Vyas, and today we'll be discussing journal entries, textbook ICAI textbook based questions, right? So today ICAI has actually released exam schedule also. From 9th your exams are going to start, 9th of November 2020. So accordingly today evening, probably tonight, I'll be giving you a perfect schedule of preparation, friends. So please ensure that you are following that schedule, which will give you a sure shot success, which we have been following since last 10 years and being seeing 85% success ratio among the students who strictly follow that particular schedule. Got it, friends? So that schedule will be releasing tonight, so please subscribe and please click the bell icon so that you will get that update at any cost, right, friends? So today our session is on journal entries, textbook based questions. If you would have missed my basic discussions of journal entries and all, friends, in this video, in the description below, I have given you the link. You can click that link and actually have a look at all the classes. I've discussed a complete master class of journal entries. I've actually discussed, friends. Please have a look at all of them as well. The playlist is below, right, friends? So let us jump into our textbook, friends. So as per our discussion today, we are going to discuss our textbook based questions. Chalo, as per our textbook based questions, ICAI textbooks, chapter number 2. Please open chapter number 2, my dear friends, in your textbooks, ma. In your textbooks, please open chapter number 2, where we will be jumping into our illustrations and come to page number 2.7. All of you, please open page number 2.7 in your textbook, please. Okay, page number 2.7 in your textbook. Okay, so we'll be discussing journal entries, my dear friends. We'll be discussing, and we will also write the journal entries in our notebook as well. Okay, we will see the textbook, we will read the journal transaction, and we will write the journal entry as well. Got it, friends? So with complete explanation, we will start, friends. So let us read the first question, my dear friends. Come on. From the following are the transactions entered into by R after he started business. Okay, so he already started a business and then he did some transactions, it seems. What all such transactions he has done, my dear friends? Show how various accounts will be affected by these transactions. They are asking just for how these accounts are affected, but we will do both. Okay, we will write the journal entry also. Like, we will not write journal entry exactly, we will write which account is debited, which account is credited, how is it affected, everything we are going to write it here. Got it? So now let us start. What is my first transaction, friends? My first transaction says R started business with rupees 5,000 hundreds. 5,000 hundreds, my dear friends. So this will come to 50 lakh rupees. Correct? 50 lakh rupees he has made. But anyways, we will write everything in thousands only. All the amounts will be in thousands, my dear friends. Got it? So what will be the journal entry, my dear? Which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? Here cash or bank account will be affected because he is bringing in money, and also because R is only starting business, his capital will also be affected. Correct, ma? So let us jump into the transaction. Let us start writing the transactions, ma. So we are talking about illustration number 1. First transaction. In this transaction, which accounts will be affected, friends? First of all, your cash or bank account will be affected, and also capital account is also affected. Now, cash or bank is a part of assets. Now, when owner brings in money, the total balance of cash and bank will increase. When assets increase, what you should be doing, ma? Debit. Correct, ma? Debit by how much, ma? 5,000 hundreds. I will just write 5,000. Okay, 5,000 rupees will be affected. 5,000 hundreds actually. Okay, anyways, capital is a part of liabilities. I already discussed with you. And when owner brings in money, his capital in the business will increase. Amma, when liabilities increase, credit we have to do that also by 5,000 hundreds. Correct, ma? So that will be my transaction which we'll be discussing. Correct, ma? So journal entry will be what, ma? Cash or bank account debit to capital 5,000. Correct, ma? So, sir, what is this asset increase debit, liabilities increase credit? What is this, sir? If at all you are coming to my class for the very first time, friends, I sincerely request you to please check the playlist which I have below this video. Go to that playlist and please go through all my journal entries videos, friends. You will learn from very basics, very strong fundamentals you will learn, and then come back to this video and have a look at it. Okay, now, friends. Good. That is my first transaction, friends. Illustration number 1, first transaction. Let me jump into the second transaction. What is my second transaction, ma? He purchased furniture for 1,200 thousands, 1,200 hundreds. Okay, nama. He purchased what? Furniture. As soon as you see purchases, don't write purchase account. Okay, purchased, you cannot write purchase account. Okay, what he purchased furniture. So what is the first account that will be affected, friends? Furniture account will be affected, and because you are purchasing by paying cash, so cash or bank account will also be affected, whatever be the case. Right now, tell me, my dear friends, furniture account will be part of assets. Now assets, when you purchase furniture, you are getting new furniture to your business. It means your total furniture in the business will increase. Total furniture in the business will increase. If assets increase, what will you be doing, my dear friends? Debit by how much, ma? 1,200. Debit by 1,200. At the same time, what is happening? Your cash or bank balance is also part of assets. When you for the sake of purchasing the furniture, what will you be doing? You pay the cash. When you pay cash, your cash balance will decrease. When cash balance decreases, assets decrease, what you should be doing, ma? Credit by how much? 1,200. Correct, ma? 1,200 you have to credit it. Very simple. It's very, very simple. Correct, ma? Those are the first two transactions I have. Next transaction I have is paid salary to his clerk, 1,100 rupees. He paid salary, it seems. How much, ma? 1,100 rupees he has paid. So let us see that, ma. So when he paid salaries, so obviously which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? First of all, he paid salaries, ma. Obviously salaries account will be affected, and also because he is paying, his cash or bank account will also be affected, whatever be the case. Now salaries is a part of what? Expenses. Salaries is a part of expenses. Now when you pay salaries, your expenses will increase. Your total of expenses will increase. Amma, when expense increase, what you should be doing? Debit by how much, my dear friends? 1,100. Correct, my amount is correct? 1,100 only? Yes, 1,100 rupees you have paid. 1,100 hundreds. Next, cash and bank balance is a part of assets. Friends, when you actually pay, your assets, your cash balance will decrease. When assets decrease, what you will be doing, ma? Credit. Correct, ma? Credit by 1,100. This is also very simple. Salaries account debit to cash or bank. Okay, salaries account debit to cash or bank. Very simple. Your explanation, your understanding is very, very important, friends. Reasoning. Why are you debiting? Why are you crediting? That is very, very important, friends. If you have missed, if you are unable to follow, I sincerely request, go to my journal entries 1 class. Okay, journal entries 1. Okay, where it will be class 2. Okay, please go to that and please thoroughly see that video, and you will be able to understand all these things very easily. Okay, now friends, next, starting with the fourth transaction. What is the fourth transaction that they have given, my dear friends? Paid rent, 1,150. Paid rent. We paid rent, na, ma? No problem. When you pay rent, which accounts will be affected, ma? Rent account will be affected, as well as your cash or bank account will also be affected, whatever be the case may be. Rent account is a part of expenses. When you pay rent, your total expenses will increase. When expense increase, what you should be doing? Debit by how much, ma? 1,150. Correct, ma? Amount is correct. 1,150 only. Yes, 1,150. Correct, ma? So that is how I treat that. And also cash or bank is a part of assets. Now when you pay, your cash or bank balance will decrease. When assets decrease, what you should be doing? Credit by how much, ma? Again 1,150. So it means your cash or bank balance will be decreasing. So journal entry will be rent account debit to cash or bank. Rent account debit to cash or bank will be our journal entry. Got it, friends? Okay, so that is my journal entry, sir. I understood that also, right? So till now 4 transactions we have written. Now 5th transaction, coming to the last transaction of illustration number 1. Right, friends, received interest 2,000 rupees. Here you have received interest. So obviously what will happen? Your interest income. Actually, when you say only interest, it can be understood as interest expense also, interest income also. So to be very specific, I will write it as interest income account. Got it, friends? Dividend, interest you received. Interest only. Okay, interest income, I'll write it specifically. Okay, nama? Interest income. And also because you are receiving, your cash or bank balance will also be affected. Correct, nama? So obviously, so interest income is a part of incomes. Now when you earn a new income, your total incomes will increase. When your incomes increase, what you should be doing? Credit by how much, ma? 2,000. Credit by how much, ma? 2,000. Similarly, cash and bank is a part of assets. In this particular transaction, you are receiving money. When you receive money, your cash bank balance will increase. Assets increase, what you are supposed to do? Debit. Debit by how much, ma? 2000. Remember, all of you, all these debits and credits, even in the midnight sleep also, you should not be forgetting, friends. You should never be forgetting all these things, even in the midnight sleep also. Okay, so in such a way you are supposed to practice, friends. Okay, nama? Never miss all these things. Fifth transaction in illustration number 1 is also done. Got it, ma? Good. Now let us move on, friends. Let us move on. So that is our illustration number 1. Okay, illustration number 1. That is our illustration number 1. Chalo, let us move on to illustration number 2, ma. Transactions were all given. Okay, that is all fine. Equation approach and all this stuff. Okay, I'll still have to explain you some concepts that I'll explain you later. But now come to illustration number 2. Okay, illustration number 2, again it is based on your this one, friends. What do you call accounting equation. So it is not journal entries, friends. Today's our topic is restricted only to journal entries. So I'll hold illustration number 2 for now, because it is not a journal entries based question, it is a accounting equation based question. So I'll hold it for some time. Okay, Nama? I'll hold it for some time. I'm not going to explain you now. Okay, we will discuss that once we are talking about accounting concepts. While discussing about accounting concepts, we will actually discuss that. Okay, next. Okay, again illustration number 3 is also based on accounting equation only, friends. Let me not discuss that now, because as we discussed, our today's class is exclusively restricting ourselves only to journal entries, ma. So illustration number 2 and illustration number 3 are on hold, because they both belong to what? They both belong to our accounting equation. Okay, ma. Now come to page number 2.13, ma. In 2.13 we have one more example question given. It is an example question, not illustration, but still we will solve it. What is the deal? Okay, example question. Okay, out of page number, all of you please come to page number 2.13, ma. 2.13. Okay, 2.13. Come on, 2.13, page 2.13, example question. We have some examples given over there. We will solve those examples. What is the deal? Okay. Chalo, let us see our example questions, my dear friends. Okay, so what is my first example? From the following information, state the nature of account and state which account will be debited and credited, etc., etc. Actually, they made our traditional method, friends. We are not following traditional method. We are following only modern approach as of now. Okay, Namma. So for that purpose, we will stick on to only to modern approach. Okay. Chalo, let us see. Started business with a capital of 50 lakhs. So when you start a business with 50 lakhs, so which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? So obviously, first transaction, your example. So page number 2.13, friends. Okay. So which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? First of all, cash or bank account will be affected. Why? Because that fellow is bringing in the money. And also capital account will be affected because it is introduced by the owner and business is supposed to repay that. And now cash or bank is a part of assets. When he brings in, my cash or bank balance will increase. When assets increase, we have to debit. Similarly, capital is a part of liabilities. Liabilities for whom? Liabilities for the business. When owner introduces new capital, to my total liabilities will increase. When my total liabilities increase, what should I do, ma? Credit. When my total liabilities increase, credit, I have to credit it. Okay, Nama. So that is my first transaction, that I am getting cash or bank account debit to capital account. Okay, sir, I understood this point. Next, second point. So let me go through the second point. What was given over there? Okay, second point is about wages and salaries paid 50,000. So this fellow paid wages and salaries together. He has paid, no problem. So because they both are in the same together, they have paid. You can take them together also. It means the account name itself says wages and salaries account. Wages and salaries account. Both are together, Nama. So I will also make into one account. Now that is affected, and also cash or bank account is also affected. Why is that so? Because you are paying, your cash or bank balance will be affected. Now wages and salaries are part of what, ma? Obviously they both are expenses. When you pay wages and salaries, your total expenses will increase. Amma, when expense increase, what you should be doing? Debit. Remember, debit. Similarly, cash or bank is a part of assets. Amma, when you are paying, your cash or bank balance will decrease. So obviously when assets decrease, what you should be doing? Credit. When cash or bank, when you pay, cash or bank will decrease, assets decrease, credit. Correct, Amma? So second journal entry will be wages and salaries account debit to cash or bank. Got it? That is the second journal entry, the second transaction in example of page number 2.13. Chalo, next transaction is rent received 2 lakhs. This fellow received rent, my dear friends. In that case, I will call it as rent income account. Rent income account will be affected, as well as cash or bank account will also be affected. Rent income account will be affected, cash or bank account will also be affected. So rent income account is a part of incomes. When you receive a new income, your total incomes will increase. When incomes increase, what you should be doing? Credit. Correct? Similarly, cash or bank is a part of assets. In this example, you are receiving rent. It means your cash or bank balance will increase. When assets increase, what you should be doing? Debit. So journal entry will be cash or bank account debit to rent income. Explanation, reasoning is very, very important, friends. Not just the journal entry. Reasoning is also very, very important. Got it, friends? So that is the transaction, friends. Okay, for third point in example number 2.13. Page number 2.13 example. Okay, Nama. So till now, how many we have solved, friends? We have solved 1, 2, 3 points. And next, purchased goods on credit 9 lakhs. Very good. Already we discussed this transaction, right? So page number 2.13. 2.13 page number example. In that fourth point we are discussing. So when you purchase goods, which accounts will be affected, ma? Obviously, purchases account will be affected. And that too, are you paying cash now? You are not paying, obviously. Creditors will be affected. Correct, ma? You are paying, you have to pay the right. Whatever, whomever you have to pay will become your creditors. Creditors account will be affected. Now, purchase a part of expenses. Now, when you incur expenses, when you purchase, your total expenses will increase. When expense increase, what you should be doing? Debit. Similarly, creditors is a part of liabilities. Now, after purchasing, you still have to pay. When you still have to pay, your total liabilities will also increase. Liabilities increase, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. So, journal entry will be what, ma? Purchase account debit to creditors. Friends, again and again, I'm stressing, ma, my reasoning. Why am I debiting? Why am I crediting? This reasoning is important, okay? Though, if at all you feel I'm going a bit faster, no worries. So, what you will have to do is, you please ensure that you are revising this video even after the class, okay? If at all, wherever you feel I've gone fast, okay? So, ensure that you are coming to that point, revise that point, ensure that you got the clarity of that point, and then you go forward. Okay, now friends, thank you so much. Now, last transaction in example. So what is given? Sold goods for 8,16,000 and received payment in check. We have received, my dear friends. Received in check means what, ma? Received check means what? We received through bank account. So specifically, we have received through bank account. So bank account will be affected. Correct, ma? So bank account is a part of assets. When you receive a check, obviously your bank balance will increase. Assets increase, what you should be doing? Debit. So bank account which should be debited. And also your sales will be affected. Sales is a part of what, ma? Income. So when you make a new sale, your total incomes will increase. Incomes increase, what you should be doing? Credit. So journal entry will be what, ma? Bank account debit to sales. Bank account debit to sales will be my journal entry. Correct, ma? So that is how you are supposed to understand these journal entries. Bank account debit to sales. Got it, friends? Very good. So that is my example number 3, my dear friends. Hope example in page number 2.13. Okay, Nama? Good. If time permits, I will explain today itself. I'll explain you that accounting equation also. Okay, if time permits. Okay, this increase decrease is what we have already discussed. Okay, increase decrease is what we already discussed. And journal entry process of writing the journal entry, date, particulars, ledger, folio, debit amount, credit amount, all this pro formas also we have discussed already. Now let us see some more transactions. Okay, now there are some more transactions here in some example again given over here. Okay. So we will take examples from this. Come on, page number, come to page number 2.15. Page number 2.15, last row. Come on, page number 2.15. Come on, all of you come to page number 2.15. 2.15. Let it be an illustration or example. Whatever be the case, when we find a journal entry, when we find a transaction, Fatafat we will journalize it. Okay, so what are they talking about, my dear friends? They are saying Mohan commences business with 50 lakh rupees in his bank account. So what is this fellow doing, my dear friends? He is actually introducing capital through bank account, through bank transaction, correct amma? So when he introduced through bank transaction, which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? Through bank transaction. So obviously first one, so bank account will be affected because he is introducing in the form of bank, correct amma? Bank account will be affected, as well as capital account will also be affected because he himself is the owner and he is giving money to the business. Now bank account is a part of assets. When he introduces money, obviously bank balance will increase, assets increase. What he should be doing? Debit. So bank account will be debited, and capital account is a part of liabilities. In this example, owner is giving money to the business, obviously business liabilities will increase because business has to refund that money back to the owner. Liabilities will increase. When liabilities increase, what I should be doing? Credit. When liabilities increase, I have to credit. So journal entry will be what, my dear friends? Bank account debit to capital account. Bank account debit to capital account will be my journal entry. Got it, friends? Everybody? Good ma. Next, coming to the second transaction, page number 2.16. Come on, page number 2.16. Come on, all of you, please jump into page number 2.16. Okay, so next transaction, second transaction, what is that they are talking about? Okay, out of the above, 25,000 is withdrawn from the bank account. So what did those fellow do, my dear friends? They are withdrawing 25,000 rupees from the bank. Of course, the owner introduced in the form of bank through bank, but they are withdrawing how much more? 25,000 rupees from the bank account. How do we do it? Whenever you see withdrawn, immediately don't write drawings. In yesterday's class also I told you very clearly, people will do mistake like this. Whenever they say withdraw drawings, they will start writing. No. They have withdrawn not for personal purpose of the owner, personal use of the owner. They have withdrawn for their own purpose. Correct, ma? So in that case, which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? Definitely your cash account will be affected because you are withdrawing it from where? From bank account. So obviously bank account will also be affected. Now cash account is a part of assets. Because you are withdrawing, your cash balance will increase. Obviously your physical cash in your hand will increase. When assets increase, what should I be doing, my dear friends? Debit. Assets increase, debit. Similarly, bank account is also a part of assets. When you withdraw, bank balance in the bank account will be decreasing because I have withdrawn. Correct, for example, you went to ATM and withdrawn the money. Obviously in your bank account the balance will decrease. When assets decrease, what you should be doing? Credit. So what will be the journal entry, my dear friends? Cash account debit to bank account. Cash account debit to bank account will be my journal entry. Cash account debit to bank account will be my journal entry. Got it, friends? That is my second transaction. Okay, sir. What is my third transaction given? Okay, so third transaction. Observe here. What is my third transaction? Purchase furniture is purchased for 12 lakh rupees. So what are you trying to do here, my dear friends? You are trying to purchase what? Furniture. What are you doing? You are purchasing. Third transaction, correct? But whenever you see purchase, immediately you should not write purchases. You should first think of what are you purchasing. You are purchasing not an asset. You are purchasing what? Goods, stock you are trying to purchase. In that case, what will be the journal entry, my dear friends? Which accounts will be affected? Furniture account will be affected, and also cash or bank account will be affected depending on the way that he has paid. So any of these accounts will be affected. Now tell me, furniture account is a part of assets. When you purchase new furniture, your total furniture's balance will increase. When assets increase, what you should be doing, debit. And next, cash or bank balance will also a part of assets, because while purchasing you have paid, your cash or bank balance will decrease. You have to pay that, right? You have to pay that amount. So obviously your cash or bank balance will decrease. When assets decrease, what you should be doing, credit. You should be creating it. Correct, Okay, just a minute. I'll just check if there are any doubts. No doubts from anybody. No doubts asked from anybody. Good, So furniture is purchased and journal entry is furniture account to cash or bank. Again and again I'm stressing, my dear friends, whenever you see purchases, first just stop and think first. What did you purchase? If you purchase stock, then you write it as purchases. But here you are not purchasing stock. You are purchasing what? A fixed asset. That's why I take furniture account debit to cash or bank. Got it, That's why you have to think a lot. Coming to the next transaction, fourth transaction, what did they do? Purchased goods for cash. They are saying 4 lakh rupees. So obviously I can now start writing, no problem. So what did you purchase? Goods you have purchased, correct amma? Whenever you purchase goods, so obviously it is a part of your purchases account. So when can you write it as purchases ma? Whenever you purchase stock goods, right? And because you are paying it, so your cash or bank balance will be affected, so you can write it over there. Now purchase is a part of, friends, expenses. When you purchase goods, your total expenses will increase. When expense increase, what you should be doing ma? Debit you should be doing, correct ma? And also bank account is a part of assets. When a bank account is a part of assets, assets will, and that you have to pay. While purchasing the stock, you have to pay. When you pay, your bank balance will decrease. Amma, assets decrease, what you should be doing ma? Credit. So journal entry will be what? Purchase account debit to bank account. Purchase account debit to bank account. So if you keep on revising like this, this expense increase debit, this asset decrease credit, liability increases credit, liability decrease debit. So if at all you keep on remembering this way, friends, you keep on revising like this, it will stay in your mind for a longer time. Okay, it will stay for a very longer time. It will be of a greater benefit to you. Okay, now friends, that is the case you need to understand. Okay ma. Now let me go through the next example. What is my next example given over here? Purchased goods for 10 lakhs on credit from Messrs. Ram and Ram Narayan Bros. Purchase of merchandise, etc, etc. etc, etc. Fine. So what did you do? You purchased goods but not for cash. What have you done? You have actually purchased it on credit basis. When you purchase it on credit basis, friends, so obviously what will be, which accounts will be affected ma? Because you have purchased goods, so obviously your purchases account will be affected, correct amma? They are very clearly mentioned in the question. What did you purchase? What did you purchase? Purchased what? Goods you have purchased. Specifically they have mentioned purchased goods. So obviously your purchase account will be affected. And also because you did not pay, you have to pay to whom? Creditors. So creditors account will be affected. You can call it as in general creditors, or here you know the name, right? So instead of creditors you can use Ram Narayan Bros account also. Ram Narayan Bros, right? Ram Narayan Bros, right? What is the name of the creditor? Mrs. Ram Narayan Bros. Okay, so Mrs. Ram Narayan Bros account also you can use. Okay, nama? Instead of using creditors, you can use that also, no problem. Okay, in general creditors, specifically Ram Narayan Bros account. Okay, nama? Anything can be used. Now purchase is a part of expenses. Okay, when you make a new purchase, your total expense will increase. Amma, when expense increase, what? Debit. Next, creditors are part of liabilities. Amma, when creditors are part of liabilities, ma, you are getting a new liability. You have to pay more. Correct, amma? So when you have to pay more, your liabilities are increasing. Amma, liabilities increase, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. So journal entry will be what ma? Creditors account, purchase account debit to creditors. Purchase account debit to creditors will be my journal entry. Got it, friends, everybody? Good. So that is my fifth transaction. Now moving on to sixth transaction. What is my sixth transaction given over here, ma'am? Please observe. Sold goods to Messrs. Ram and Co for 6 lakh rupees. And that too, the amount is received in check. Sorry friends. So you sold to Ram and Co, but immediately you received money. In what ma? Through bank, through check you have received, correct ma? So in this case, which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? Now because you are selling, obviously your sales account will be affected. And that too, you are receiving the money through check, obviously your bank account will also be affected, correct ma? Now sales account is a part of incomes. Sales is a part of incomes. When you make a new sale, your total sales will increase. When incomes increase, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. When incomes increase, you should be crediting it. Similarly, bank account is a part of assets. Now you are receiving this money. You sold the goods and received a check. It means indirectly your bank balance will increase. Amma, assets increase, what you should be doing, ma? Debit. So my journal entry will be what, ma? Bank account debit to sales. Bank account will be debited, sales account will be credited. Bank account debit to sales will be my journal entry. Got it, friends? This is my sixth transaction as per example in page number 2.16. Okay, sir, I understood this point also. Next, coming to the next example, ma, please try to follow. It's been heavily raining here in Bangalore. Okay, I don't know whether power will be there or it will be off. Okay, if video suddenly stops, friends, please assume that power is gone, and remaining class I'll continue tomorrow. Okay, nama? In case if power goes off, till then we will continue. Come on. Coming to the seventh transaction. What is the seventh transaction given, ma? Sold goods to Ramesh on credit for 13 lakh rupees. So what is happening, my dear friends? You sold the goods on credit basis, ma. So when you sell the goods on credit basis, so which accounts will be affected, ma? I'm talking about 2.16 page number and example number 7 we are talking about. Okay, whenever you sell the goods, which accounts will be affected, ma? Sales will be affected. Sales account will be affected. And because you did not receive money now and you sold it on credit basis, debtors account will be affected. Debtors account will be affected. Or if you know the name of the debtor, you can use the name of the debtor only. What is the name of the debtor, my dear friends? Ramesh. So in the place of debtors, you can use the name of Ramesh account also. You can use Ramesh account also in the place of debtors. It's up to you. Now, sales is a part of incomes. Sales are part of incomes. When you make a new sale, your total incomes will increase. Amma, when incomes increase, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. When incomes increase, you have to credit it. Similarly, debtors, Ramesh account is a part of what, ma? Assets. Correct. Your debtors are parts of assets because receivable will become my asset. So you are getting a new receivable. When you get a new receivable, my total assets will increase. Amma, when assets increase, what I should be doing, ma? Debit. So journal entry will be what, ma? Debtors account or Ramesh account debit to sales. You can even write that transaction also. Got it, friends? That is our illustration number 7 in page number 2.16. And come to the next page, ma, 2.17, illustrate example number 8. Okay, illustration example number 8 in 2.17. Now come on, page number 2.17. Now we are in page number 2.17, example number 8. Okay, received check from Ramesh 13 lakhs. So what have we done? We already sold goods to him, nama. Now that fellow is paying us in check. So when you pay received check from that fellow. Okay, so whenever you receive check, my dear friends, what will happen? It will affect our bank account. So I will say bank account will be affected, as well as who is giving? Ramesh. So Ramesh balance will also be affected. So Ramesh account. So Ramesh account will also be affected. Now bank account is a part of assets. Now you are receiving a check. When you receive a check, your bank balance will increase. Amma, assets increase. What you should be doing, ma? Debit. Understand? Similarly, Ramesh is your debtors. Debtors means part of, again, assets. Now that fellow is paying now. Till now you said he is your asset receivable. Now he is paying. Is there any more receivable from that fellow? There is no more receivable from that fellow, sir. It means your asset balance will decrease. So that assets decrease, what should I be doing, ma? Credit. So journal entry will be bank account debit to Ramesh account. Bank account debit to Ramesh account. Understanding, friends? Again, Ramesh is a part of debtors. Debtors means assets. Now till now, why are you calling Ramesh as your asset, ma? Because amount is receivable. Amount is receivable. Because it is receivable, you are calling it as your asset. But now you have already received that amount, right? Because you have already received that amount. Because you have already received that amount, so your asset is no more. Your Ramesh is no more your asset. So obviously asset balance will decrease. When assets decrease, what should be doing, ma? Credit. Got it, friends? Very good. Next. Coming to the next example, 8th over 9th. Hey, where is 9th? 9th is not there. Directly they have gone to 10th example. 9th is missing. Okay, 9th number is missing. Anyways, paid rent 1 lakh rupees. Paid rent through 1 lakh rupees. Okay, ma. So because we have paid it, so which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? Rent account will be affected undoubtedly, and because you have paid, your cash or bank balance will also be affected. Cash or bank balance also will be affected. Now rent account is a part of expenses. When you pay, your total expenses will increase. Amma, when expense increase, what you should be doing, ma? Debit. Expense increase, debit. Similarly, your cash or bank balance is a part of assets. When assets, what is happening? You are actually paying. When you pay, your cash or bank balance will decrease. Cash or bank balance will decrease. So assets decreases, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. So what will be my journal entry, ma? Rent account debit to cash or bank. Rent account debit to cash or bank will be my journal entry. Rent account debit to cash or bank will be my journal entry. Got it? So good. This is only 10th. Now we are moving on to 11th one. 11th one. We are moving on to 11th one now. Okay. 9th is missing, friends, in the list. So we are moving on to 11th one. Come on. As a part of 11th one, come on, ma. What is given to us in question number this one? Paid 22,000 to the clerk as salary. So what have you done? You have actually paid salary in to a clerk. Correct, amma? Paid salary 20,000, paid to 20,000 as clerk to us as salary. No problem. You have paid salary. So when you pay salary, which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? Salaries account will be affected, as well as your cash or bank balance will be affected. Cash or bank balance will be affected. Okay, Nama. So salary is a part of expenses. Salary is a part of expenses, and expenses, when you pay new expense, your total expenses will increase. Your total expenses will increase. Amma, expense increase, what you should be doing? Debit. Expense increases, you have to debit. Similarly, cash or bank. Cash or bank account is a part of assets. When you pay a new expense, when you are paying, your cash or bank balance will decrease. Assets decrease, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. When assets decrease, what you should be doing? Credit. Assets decrease, credit. Correct, amma? So journal entry will be what? Salaries account debit to cash or bank will be by journal entry. Okay, sir. That is my 11th transaction. Now coming to the next one, 12th one. What is my 12th one? Must see, observe here. Received 2,20,000 interest. So you received interest income probably. Correct, amma? So because you have received, it is your income. So 12th transaction. What is my 12th transaction is all about, my dear friends? Your interest income will be affected undoubtedly because it's your income. Okay, so interest income is a part of incomes. Now when you receive a new income, your total incomes will increase. Amma, when incomes increase, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. When incomes increase, you have to credit. Similarly, parallelly, your cash or bank balance will also be affected. Cash or bank account will also be affected. Cash or bank balance is a part of what, ma? Assets. Cash or bank account is a part of assets. Now when you are receiving, your cash or bank balance will also increase because you are receiving the money, right? Your cash or bank balance will increase. When assets increase, what you should be doing, ma? Debit. When cash or bank account increases, assets increase, you have to debit. Got it? So that is the journal entry when we receive. Journal entry is what, ma? Cash or bank account debit to interest income account. Interest income account. Got it, friends? Okay, then what is my next transaction is all about? 12th transaction is done, right? Okay, 12th transaction is also done. Oh, that's the case. That is the case. Okay, that is the case, friends. Okay, now moving on to illustration number 4. We have some transactions given in the name of illustration number 4. So let us go through those transactions, my dear friends. I know that you are unable to see the video transactions properly. So they asked for both accounting approach as well as traditional approach also. But I am not going to explain our accounting approach today, friends. We'll discuss accounting approach in later classes. Later, okay, Nama, whenever we are discussing accounting concepts, at that time I will discuss with you accounting equation and all. Okay, at that time I'll come back to this chapter and we will solve these accounting equations also. Okay, Nama, as of now, accounting equations we are not touching it. Accounting equation. Okay, Nama. Now we will do only our transactions. We will do. Come on, what is the now? All of you, please put the heading, please. Illustration number 4. First transaction. Illustration number 4. First transaction. Illustration number 4. First transaction. Come on. Sahil introduced capital through bank. Sahil introduced capital through what, ma? Bank account. He has actually made it. So what will be the which accounts will be affected, my dear friends? Obviously, as introduced through bank, so obviously bank account will be affected, as well as because he is bringing in the form of capital account will also be affected. Tell me, my bank account is a part of assets. Because he is bringing in, bank balance will increase. When assets increase, what you should be doing? Debit. And because it's a capital is a part of liabilities. And because owner is bringing in money, my capital will increase. Liabilities increase, you have to credit. So journal entry will be what, ma? Bank account debit to capital. Bank account debit to capital. That is my first transaction, my dear friends. Now what is my second transaction? We have, ma? Cash withdrawn from Citibank, 200 rupees. We have withdrawn from Citibank. How much, ma? 200 rupees we have withdrawn. Not for personal purposes, friends. Again, don't get confused. Whenever you withdraw for personal purpose only, it is drawings. Otherwise, it is not drawings. Okay. He has just drawn it. So whenever we withdraw the money, which accounts will be affected, ma? My cash account will be affected, as well as bank account will also be affected. Cash account is a part of assets. Now cash account is a part of assets, and when you when you receive cash, obviously when you withdraw the money from the bank, your cash balance will increase. Physical cash with you will increase. Amma, when assets increase, what you should be doing, ma? Debit. Correct, ma? Assets increase, you have to debit. Similarly, bank account is also a part of assets. When you withdraw the money from the bank account, your bank balance will decrease. Obviously, you have withdrawn, right? Your bank balance will decrease, but cash balance will increase. Imagine you went to a bank and withdrawn from ATM. So what will happen? Your bank balance will decrease, but physical hand, in the hand, cash balance will increase. Correct, ma? That's what we are discussing. So bank account balance will decrease, and it's an asset. Asset decrease, what you have to do, ma? Credit. Asset decrease, we have to credit. Correct, ma? So journal entry will be what? Cash account debit to bank account. Cash account debit to bank account. That is my transaction number 2. Illustration number 4. And coming to third one, loan of rupees 500 taken from Mr. Y. So what this Sahil and what this fellow has done, he went and taken 500 rupees loan from Mr. Y. Okay, no problem. So what I will do? Third one, so because he is giving us money, so obviously cash or bank balance will be affected, cash or bank account will be affected, right? Because he is giving us money, and because you are taking it specifically as a loan, I will write it as loan from Mr. Y. Loan from Mr. Y. Loan from Mr. Y account. Okay, nama? Loan from Mr. Y account. Now tell me, cash or bank is a part of assets. Now you are taking money from him. When you take money from him, your cash or bank balance will increase. And when assets increase, what you should be doing, my dear friends? Debit. When assets increase, you have to debit, obviously. Next, loan from Mr. Y we have. Whenever you have taken a loan from Mr. Y, it will be a liability. Why? Because you have to repay. Correct, ma? You have to repay. So whenever you have to repay, your total liabilities will also increase. When liabilities increase, what you should be doing? Credit here also. Correct, ma? What you should be doing? Credit here also. That is what is the journal entry, cash or bank account debit to loan from Mr. Y account. Got it, ma? So that is the journal entry for third transaction, illustration number 4, friends. Good. Now get back to illustration number 5, example number 5, point number 5. Furniture purchased, again and again, to confuse you only they are giving. Actually, see the example. What this fellow is doing, Sahil and Co, that's it. They did not say which kind of business. So we assume that furniture is an asset, fixed asset. Okay, nama? So this is illustration number 4. Okay, point number 5. So he is purchasing furniture, nama. So obviously furniture account will be affected. Furniture account will be affected. Okay, and also he is actually paying by cash or bank, right? So obviously his cash or bank balance will also be affected. Correct, ma? Now furniture is a part of assets. Whenever you purchase furniture, your furniture balance will increase. Correct, ma? Your total furniture balance will increase. When assets increase, what you should be doing, ma? Debit. When assets increase, you have to debit, obviously. Next, cash or bank account we have. Cash or bank account is a part of what? Again, that is also assets. Now in this case, you are actually paying. When you pay, your cash or bank balance will decrease. When assets decrease, what you should be doing, ma? Credit. So what will be journal entry? Furniture account debit to cash or bank. Furniture account debit to cash or bank will be our journal entry. Got it, friends? So this is how we actually do the journal entry under modern approach. Okay, just think of increase and decrease, think of our debit and credit rules. Okay, then you will be able to do the journal entries very, very easily. You will be able to do the transactions very, very easily. Got it, friends? Now that is point number 5 in your illustration number 4. Good, sir. Now as I told, I will do that later, whatever be the points that you have. Okay, super points. Now illustration number 5. How many are there? 15 points are there. Oh, Fadafat, we'll do it. Come on, let us not spare at anything. Come on, 6th example is also there. Very good. 7th is also there. Very good. Very good. So 3 more questions, friends. Quickly let us do it. Okay, the first quality of a chartered accountant is that we never get tired. Okay, we never get tired. Okay, so that is how we are supposed to study. Come on, all of you, please put the heading, ma. Illustration number 5. Illustration number 5. No tiredness, nothing. First transaction. What is my first transaction, ma? On 1st December 2016, Ajit started business with capital of 4 lakh rupees. No problem. So now what we will do, we will write journal entries. Okay, from this example, we will write journal entries. Okay, till now we have understood now how to recognize and everything. We'll start writing journal entries. So this fellow introduced capital of how much, ma? 4 lakh rupees. He introduced this one. Okay, so what will I assume? I assume that to be cash or bank. Anything can be. I assume that as bank. Okay, no problem. Because by default, I forgot to tell you one point. By default in CA, friends, when nothing is told, you assume that it is received in bank. Okay, when nothing is told, you assume that it is received in bank account. Okay, namma, by default. Okay, Nama. If they specifically say if it is for cash, you treat it as cash. Otherwise, you treat it as bank account. Okay, Nama. Let us grow a bit further now. So what did I say? If nothing is told, you assume that in what form you have received, ma? You have received in the form of bank. Okay, just let me check if at all anybody or any one of you have asked for any questions. Yes, sir. Fourth question, sir. You missed fourth transaction, sir. You missed fourth question. Sir, you missed fourth question. You missed fourth point. Oh, did I miss fourth point, ma? Oh, I missed fourth point. Okay. People are asking. Fine. I'll go get back, ma. Wait. I'll get back. I'll just get back, ma. Fourth point I missed, ma. Oh, okay. I missed the fourth point. No problem. We'll do it now. So, salaries paid for the month of 2017, 300 and 100 rupees still payable for the month of March 2017. Acha. Very good, very interesting transaction only I have missed. Okay, very interesting point only I missed. What is that, ma? Salaries paid for the month of 2017 is 300 rupees and 100 rupees is still payable. Paid is 300, payable is 100 rupees. Right, so that is a transaction. Okay, so let us get into the notes and we'll strike off illustration number 5 because fourth point is still pending in illustration number 4. Okay, so friends, whatever you have paid, Namma, because you have paid, your cash or bank balance will be affected because you have paid. Okay, and that too, what you have paid is your, whatever you have paid is your salaries. So obviously salaries account will be affected. Salaries account will be affected. Okay, now use your common sense. How much you have paid, ma? Okay, you have paid. So whenever you pay, cash or bank account will be affected. Cash or bank is a part of what? Assets. Cash or bank is a part of assets. Because you are paying, your cash or bank balance will decrease. Because you are paying, your cash or bank balance will decrease. When assets decrease, what should be doing, ma? Credit. But credit by how much? You paid only 300. So I'll credit only by 300 rupees. But salaries is a part of expenses. Whenever you pay salaries, your expenses will increase. Expense increase, you have to debit. But debit by how much, sir? 400 rupees, sir. Why 400, sir? In accrual system, we have discussed very clearly. As per accrual system, what you paid is not important. What I have incurred is very important. Correct, amma? So as per this example, if you observe very carefully, what you paid is 300. What yet to pay is 100. What does it mean? In total, you have to pay 400 rupees. Correct, amma? In total, you are supposed to pay how much? 400 rupees you are supposed to pay in total. Correct, amma? So 400 rupees is incurred, but I paid 300. 100 is still payable. Always recognize your expense at what, ma? Incurred. Always recognize your expense at what? Incurred. Got it, friends? That is how you are supposed to do it. Sir, but credit by 300, but debit by 400, sir. What about remaining 100, sir? That 100 is nothing but payable, which I call it as outstanding salaries account. Outstanding salaries account at payable, outstanding, or you can even call it as salaries payable also. Salaries payable or outstanding salaries. This is a part of what, my dear friends? Expenses. Correct, ma'am? Outstanding salaries or this one is a part of expenses. When you incur new expenses, friends, expenses will increase. Expenses will sorry. Outstanding salaries is a part of liabilities because payable. Correct, amma? Payable. So outstanding salary is a part of liabilities. When you incur liabilities, friends, your total liabilities will increase. Amma, when liabilities increase, what should be doing? Credit by 100. If you observe, debit by 400, credit also by 400. Here 300, here 100 rupees. Total put together 400 rupees credit and 400 rupees debit. Both will happen. So journal entry will be what, ma? Cash or bank account, salaries account debit to cash or bank to salaries 100. That will be my journal entry. Got it, friends? Again. What will be journal entry? Again, I'll write in full here. Salaries account debit. How much is that, ma? 400. To cash or bank, how much are you paying, ma? 300 rupees you are paying. To outstanding salaries at payable, still payable, will be how much, ma? 100 rupees. So that is how my journal entry will be. Salaries account debit to cash or bank to outstanding salaries. That will be my journal entry, my dear friends. Got it, ma'am? Sorry, I have overlooked this point and I have come back. No problem. Now jump into illustration number 5. Okay, this is our target now. Come on, by 5:15 or 5:20 we have to finish off this chapter. Okay, quickly, come on. Illustration number 5. Let us not take rest. Come on. Illustration number 5, please. illustration number 5. Come on, let us start illustration number 5 ma. Okay, total fatafat we will start writing. Come on, first transaction. What is my first transaction? All of you please put the heading illustration number 5. First transaction, date wise we will write. Okay, December 1st 2016. What this fellow did, Ajit started a business with capital of 4 lakhs. So what will be my journal entry, my dear friends? I will directly write into journal entries. You also think of the journal entry. If it matches, well and good. Otherwise you think of, okay, why debit, why credit, you think of. I'll directly start the writing the journal entry. So transaction is on 1st of December 2016, correct amma? Along with the dates I will write on 1st December 2016. I just started a business with the capital of 4 lakh rupees. So because they did not mention in which form they have brought, I'll assume that to be bank. Okay amma? I will say bank account debit 4 lakhs, bank account debit 4 lakhs to capital account. Till now we discussed so many reasonings, why debit, why credit and all. Now without explaining, I'm moving forward, friends. You please try to understand. If you do not understand how we got that debit and credit, please thoroughly revise once again. Okay nama? Bank account debit to capital account 4 lakhs. Right sir, that is my first transaction. That is done, my dear friends. What is my second transaction, sir? He withdrew cash from business for the sake of business only from bank, 2000 rupees. So what he has done, he went to bank account and withdrawn 2000 rupees for the sake of business only, and that too on which date, my dear friends? December 3rd 2016. No problem, 3rd of December 2016. What this fellow did, he went and withdraw the money. So cash account debit 2000 to bank account. So he has withdrawn the money. So from the bank account, cash account debit to bank account 2000 rupees. Okay nama? From now on we will assume one thing. If nothing is told, I assume that it is to be bank account. Okay nama? Okay, that's my second transaction ma. Coming to the third transaction. Come on, what is the third transaction? On December 5th some transaction has taken place. 5th of December 2016. What is the transaction, my dear friends? He purchased goods, making payment through bank 15,000. He purchased goods and paid through bank account, it seems. So what will be the journal entry? He purchased what? Goods. So I can take it to purchases account debit to bank account. Purchase account debit to which account ma? Bank account. So how much will be how much is the amount, my dear friends? 15,000 rupees. 15,000 rupees is the amount. I have taken it as it is, which is the transaction is on 5th of December 2016. Got it, friends? Okay, next transaction ma. After that, on December 8th, now we are coming to 8th of December 2016. On that day, what this fellow has done, he sold goods 16,000 and received payments through bank. Specifically they told through bank we have received the money. So obviously what will be the journal entry, my dear friends? Bank account debit to sales. Bank account debit to sales account will be my journal entry. Obviously everybody knows about this, right? Bank account debit to sales account. Okay, so how much is the amount, my dear friends? 16,000 rupees. 16,000 rupees is the amount. 16,000 rupees the amount. Got it ma? So that is how this transaction has taken place. That is the transaction on 8th of December 2016. Okay ma? Okay sir, 8th of December is also over. Next, what are they trying to say now? Come on, go to the next transaction. 10th of December. Come on, 10th of December 2016. What is happening? He purchased furniture and paid by check. What did he purchase ma? He did not purchase goods. He purchased what? Furniture. So what will be the journal entry, my dear friends? Furniture account debit to bank account. He paid through what ma? Check. Correct? Observe once again, on 10th of December he purchased furniture and paid by check 2,500 rupees worth of furniture. 2,500 rupees worth of furniture he has actually purchased. Furniture account debit to bank. Okay, if you are unable to do with me, my dear friends, it means it's an indication that you require a very good revision. Go back to my playlist and ensure that all the explanation is there. Revise all the videos and then do the transactions. Okay, if you are unable to do with me, you require a revision. Okay, do it again. Okay nama? Revise once again and then try. You will get it. Okay, but if you do not get in the first attempt, probably try it for 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You try, you will definitely get it. Okay nama? Next, friends, on 10th December is over. Now coming to 12th of December 2016. 12th of December, what did we do? He sold goods to Aravind worth of 2,400 rupees. He sold goods to Aravind. They told only Aravind. For cash bank they did not tell anything, so I assume that to be credit transaction. So what will be my journal entry, my dear friends? Aravind account debit to sales. I sold goods to him, right? So Arvind account debit to sales. How much is the amount, my dear friends? He sold for 2,400. So 2,400, 2,400. 2,400 and 2,400 rupees worth of transactions we have done. Okay, ma. And next, Arvind account debit to sales. Next, ma. On 12th over. Now on 14th of December 2016, what transaction he has done, ma? He purchased goods from Amrit 10,000. Because he did not tell anything, we assume that to be credit purchase. Okay, from Amrit we have purchased for 10,000 rupees. That to be purchased goods directly. Correct, ma? So what will be the journal entry, my dear friends? Purchases account debit to Amrit account. Okay, how much worth of purchase we have done, ma? We have made the purchase for 10,000 rupees. So 10,000, 10,000. We have made a purchase for how much, ma? 10,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. Okay, na, ma? Okay. Sorry, sir, the transaction is also done. What about the next transaction? On 15th of December 2016, we have done again another transaction. What is that, ma? He returned goods to Amrit worth of 500 rupees. Already we discussed this transaction also. Okay, what is the transaction? What is the journal entry, ma? It's a purchase returns, right? So Amrit account debit to purchase returns. How much, my dear friends? 500 rupees. 500 rupees worth of goods we have returned back to Mr. Amrit. Purchase returns. Amrit account debit to purchase returns will be my journal entry. That is also done, sir. Next transaction, ma, on 16th of December 2016. What is happening? 16th of December 2016. He received from Arvind 2,300 in full settlement. Acha. Actually, if you see from Mr. Arvind, how much you are supposed to receive, ma, from transaction number 6. On 12th December, you sold him for 2,400. But now, he is paying only 2,300 and that too in full settlement. What about remaining 100 rupees, sir? We gave him discount. Correct, ma? We gave him discount. You are receiving the money from Mr. Arvind. So, what will be the journal entry, my dear friends? Already we discussed while discussing the basic journal entries. You please go back and verify there. Okay, Nama. So how much are you receiving here? For example, cash or bank, anything, what will be the case? Cash or bank account debit. How much did you receive? How much are you receiving? 2,300. And how much you are allowing discount, my dear friends? Discount allowed account debit. How much are you giving him discount, ma? 100 rupees to Aravind account. How much of his liability will be gone? 2,400 rupees. Full of his debtors will be gone. Understand, friends? Cash or bank account debit 2,300. We allowed him a discount of 100 rupees. Discount allowed account debit to Aravind will be the journal entry. How did this happen, sir? In the basics we have already discussed, friends. Please. Next, coming to transaction number 10. On 18th, he withdraw goods for personal use, 1,000 rupees. Just yesterday only we discussed, right? On which date, ma? Sorry, 18th. On 18th of December 2016, he withdraw goods for personal purpose. Whenever it is for personal purpose, you should call it as what? Drawings. Drawings account debit to purchases. Just in yesterday's class, we discussed this point, ma. In special cases, we have discussed how much worth of goods he has withdrawn. 1,000 rupees worth of goods he has withdrawn. So journal entry will be what, ma? Drawings account debit to purchases. Drawings account debit to purchases will be my journal entry. Correct, ma? And next, on 20th, what did he do? He withdrew cash from business for personal use. Now he has withdrawn cash for personal use, my dear friends. Let me check if there are any comments, any questions asked. No questions asked from anybody. Very good, everybody are following. Very good, ma. Now, what is happening over here, my dear friends? On which date? Sorry, 20th of December. 20th of December 2016, he has drawn money from the business. So I'll call it as drawings account debit. Cash he has withdrawn. Drawings account debit to cash account. How much did he withdraw, ma? 2,000 rupees he has withdrawn. So I'll take it as drawings account debit to cash account, 2,000 rupees. Drawings account debit to cash account, how much, ma? 2,000 rupees. I'll take it because he's drawn it for personal purpose. Whenever he say personal purpose for not relating to business, we call it as drawings. Correct, ma? So drawings account debit to cash. That is on 20th. What about 24th, ma? He paid telephone charges, 110 rupees. No problem because we have paid. So on which date, ma? 24th of December 2016. So because we have paid what is that expense? Sorry, telephone charges, because it's a telephone charges. So what will be journal entry, ma? Telephone charges account debit to cash or bank, anything is fine, to cash or bank account. How much is that, ma? Cash or bank account, how much is that amount? 110 rupees. 110 rupees we have paid. That is the case. That is the journal entry on 24th December. Okay, nama. Then next, what is happening on 13th transaction on 26th December? Amount paid to Amrit in full settlement 9,450. Sir, how did we get 9,450, sir? Initially, if you observe in seventh transaction, ma, from Amrit we purchased 10,000. Later we gave him back 500 rupees worth back. We gave him back. So how much we have to pay? We have to pay only 9,500. We have to pay 10,000 we purchased, but 500 rupees worth of goods given back. So how much net we have to pay? 9,500 we have to pay. But how much am I paying? 9,450 only I am paying. It means 50 rupees discount received. Correct, amma? So let me take the transaction. What is the date of the transaction, friends? 26th December. Come on, 26th December. All of you take it together with me to 26th December. Come on, ma. So what will be the journal entry, ma? You are paying it to Mr. who? Amrit. So what will be journal entry? Amrit account debit. Complete 9,500 liability will be closed. But how much are you paying to cash or bank? How much are you paying, my dear friends? Out of your pocket you are paying only 9,450 only you are paying. My remaining 50 rupees, sir, do you need to pay later? No need. That is your discount that you have received. To discount received. So journal entry will be Amrit account debit to cash or bank to discount received. Understand, ma? So full settlement gone. So 50 rupees is considered as discount, my dear friends. 9,450 you have paid. 50 rupees is considered to be discount. Got it, friends? Good. Let me take out some more papers. Okay. Okay, nama. So that is a transaction, my dear friends. That is the transaction number 13. Okay. Now move on to transaction number 14. Transaction number 14. Come on. What is the transaction number 14, ma? On 31st December, paid for stationery 200, rent 5,000 and salaries 2,000. So total expense, how much you have paid, ma? Stationery 200, rent 5,000, staff 2,000. Together only we will write the journal entry, compound entry, all of you remember. So I'll write it together on 31st December. Come on, 31st of December 2016. Correct, ma? 31st December 2016. So what all expense you have paid, ma? This fellow has paid stationery account debit. How much he has paid? 200. Next, rent account debit. How much this fellow has paid? 5,000. Okay. Next, salaries account debit. In the name of salaries, how much he has paid, ma? 2,000 rupees he has paid. So all put together, what I will do, I will assume that I have paid through bank, for example, to bank account. To cash or bank, anything can be written, but I'll assume that to be bank. So it will be 7,200 rupees. So this is nothing but my compound entry. Remember, ma, if you get more than one debit or more than one credit in a transaction, it is called compound entry. Here, all three put together, I can write it as one single entry. Okay, ma? All three put together, I can write it as one single entry. So journal entry will be what, ma? Stationery account debit, rent account debit, salaries account debit to bank. All put together, 7,200 rupees you have paid. So this is example for what? Compound entry. More than one debit you have got here. Okay, nama? And last transaction under this problem, December 31st, goods distributed by way of free samples, 2,000 rupees. This is also discussed yesterday as a special case, my dear friends. So on 31st December again, what did you do? You have distributed as free samples. Journal entry will be what, ma? Free samples account, or you can also take it as advertisement expense account debit. Okay, 2,000 to purchases. Remember, ma, earlier you purchased those goods for the sake of resale, but now are you reselling? No, you are distributing it as free of cost. So what will be my journal entry, ma? Free samples account debit to purchases. Free samples account debit to purchases. Yesterday I explained you as a special case. I've explained you, ma, why purchase account will be created. Okay, and I sincerely request all of you friends, those who are a bit confused about journal entries, please revise the entire playlist. Playlist is in the description of this video. Okay, nama? So please ensure that you are going through the entire playlist. Okay, you will become extraordinary, number one, excellent in journal entries for sure. Okay, just listen to them, practice them, and ensure that you are practicing all these example questions also. Okay nama, from your textbook, ICAI textbook. You will never make a mistake whenever you write journal entries. Okay nama. So that is the case of illustration number 5, right? So let me just check, are there any questions or anything posted by any of you? No questions posted by anybody of you. Good ma. Okay. Following everybody. Next ma, that is illustration number 5. Move on to the next illustration ma. Okay, illustration next is not an illustration actually. Now you have to recognize which account is what. Okay, you have to recognize which account is what. Okay, let me start recognizing, my dear friends. Building is an asset. First one, building is an asset. Next one ma, purchases, expense. Sales, income. Bank fixed deposit, again assets. Rent, expense. Rent outstanding, liability. Cash, asset. Adjusted purchases. About this adjusted purchase I did not discuss with you friends. I will explain you, but still adjusted purchase is also part of expenses. Okay, no, adjusted purchase is also part of expenses. But what is the meaning of adjusted purchase? I will explain you. I did not explain you for the. I did not explain you. I'll explain you later. Just a minute. Next, closing inventory, asset. Investments, asset. Trade receivables, asset. Sales tax payable, the name itself is telling payable, liability. Discount allowed, you gave a discount, obviously it is your part of expenses. Next, bad debts, loss, expenses. Capital, liabilities. Drawings, reverse of liabilities, right? And next, interest receivable account, asset receivable, it have to receive, obviously it is a part of my asset. Next, rent received in advance. If you receive some income, it's a part of our liabilities. And accrual transaction we have explained you. I think it's class number 4. Okay, in class number 4 it is there ma, accrual transactions. Please go and watch that video at any cost. Next, prepaid salaries account. Prepaid salaries account again is a part of asset. You have paid in advance. Okay, it's an asset. Bad debts recovered account. Bad debts recovered account is an income, friends. Okay, bad debts recovered is an income. Okay, because bad debts is a loss, expense. Bad debts, when you recover, it will become part of your incomes. Depreciation account, expense. Personal income tax account. Personal income tax means owner's personal income tax. Part of drawings, my dear friends. Part of drawings. Okay, nama. So that is how you will be taking all these amount into. Okay, nama. Okay. Next. Okay. Those items you will be taking in that way. Next. Now I am thinking that I will leave 7th transaction to you, 7th question to you. Okay, I'll just discuss, but later when you are sitting and solving, friends, you please ensure that you are writing. Just now I'll just tell the transaction. Later when you are writing, ensure that whatever you're doing is correct or wrong. Okay, nama. 7th question. Come on. April 1st, Ramesh started business with 10 lakh rupees. Journal entry, bank account debit to capital. Next, bought goods for cash. Probably 10 lakhs means we can take it as cash account also. It means cash account debit to capital we can take first transaction. Second one is bought goods for cash, 50,000 rupees. So journal entry is what ma? Purchase account debit to cash, 50,000. Drew cash from bank account, cash account debit to bank, 10,000. Sold to Krishna goods on credit basis. So journal entry will be what ma? Krishna account debit to sales. How much? 1,50,000. Bought from Sham on credit basis. Okay, again, so those who are missing the transaction here. Bought from Sham goods on credit basis, you purchase. So purchase account debit to Sham account, 2,25,000. Right. And next, received from Krishna, you received money from Krishna. How much ma? 1,45,000 rupees. Cash or bank account debit to Krishna account. Cash or bank account debit to Krishna account. Similarly, allowed him discount. You gave him a discount of how much ma? 5,000 rupees. So together you have to read this transaction. Received from Krishna 1,45,000 and you gave a discount of 5,000. So what will be the total journal entry, my dear friends? Cash or bank account debit 1,45,000. Okay, cash or bank account debit 1,45,000. Discount allowed account debit 5,000 to Krishna 1,50,000. Understand? Again. Cash or bank account debit how much ma? 1,45,000 you have received in cash. You allowed him a discount. Discount allowed account debit 5,000. Okay, discount allowed account debit 5,000 to Krishna. Okay, nama 1,50,000. Next, paid sham cash, how much ma? 2,15,000 and allowed a discount of 10,000. Both are happening. So journal entry will be what ma? Sham account debit 2,25,000 to cash or bank 2,15,000 to discount received 10,000. Again, sham account debit 2,25,000 to cash or bank 2,15,000 to discount received 10,000. To discount received 10,000. Okay, nama. Similarly, cash sales for the month 8 lakhs. Journal entry will be cash or bank account debit to sales. Paid rent 50,000. Rent account debit to cash or bank 50,000. Paid salary 1 lakh. Cash or bank. Salaries account debit to cash or bank. Rent account debit to cash or bank. Salaries account debit to cash or bank. 50,000, 1 lakh. All together, you can, if at all you want to club all these transactions and write one journal entry, no problem. You can write it, you can't write because this is only, this one is income and these two are expenses. So this can be written separately. So cash or bank account debit to sales separately, and then rent account debit, salaries account debit to cash or bank, 1,50,000. Okay, nama. So these are the transactions that actually thought of discussing with you. Okay, are there any more examples given in the textbook, ma? No, there are no more examples given. Okay, so what you guys do is you please finish off with illustration number 7 also. Okay, ensure that you are in a notebook, you are writing all the transactions in a proper sequence. Okay, nama friends, all of you please keep a separate notes and write all the transactions from beginning. All the transactions you please write in a book separately as a practice. Okay, nama. All the very best, friends. Okay, tomorrow I'll catch you up with ledgers discussion on this public live session. Okay, friends, please don't forget to subscribe and please click the bell icon so that whenever I update or whenever I come live, you will get a notification and you can follow all the updates as well. And tonight I'm going to give you the complete schedule of how you have to start prepare your preparation for November examination, November CA November examination 2020. Got it, friends? Don't miss that. So tonight I'll release that video. You can actually have a look at it. Okay, friends, thank you so much for your patience and patient listening. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, please comment on this video and I will be clarifying your doubts as well.